Howdy, folks. I'm Kurt and Davina. This is...
Whoa. Lucy James, sorry.
And we're here with...
Benjamin Lavender, technical
And-
director.
Daniel Knight, CEO.
And they are the folks behind a great, scary, spooky game called...
Phasmophobia.
Oh.
I feel like we should have rehearsed that one.
completely up there.
There was no rehearsal needed. I'm really excited you two are here because I'm a massive fan of Phasmophobia. I've been playing it for many, many, many moons.
Don't know if you can tell he's a spooky boy.
But I love your game, and I've been playing it for ages, from its infancy, if you will, up until what it is now. Like, what is the feeling now that this game is on consoles, or at least exists in that way, and is like kind of in its form, but still going?
Yeah, I absolutely love it. It's this year is now the 5th year.
God, has it been that long?
It's been a while. For me, this is my 9th year.
Oh my God.
Started 5 years prior.
It's been going quite a while. But it started off as a hobby. It still is. I absolutely love it and the way everything's gone.
Yeah, I think consoles just kind of like massively uplifted our kind of like reputation as a dev company within the dev industry, I guess. But it's been really nice to kind of welcome brand new players in, mixing with the PC community and having the combination of like PlayStation and PSVR, working together. And
What was the toughest part about bringing the game to consoles?
Probably that it's for most
All
of
of
us it's a big challenge. But for most of everything that we're doing, this is like our first time doing all of it. So we've never done consoles before.
big learning curve. Yeah.
Daniel, you've and since I think it's important to note, or at least it's an interesting part of the story, is that like it was you.
Yeah.
Like this whole way through. Why did you want to make a ghost hunting game?
I just wanted to make a cooperative horror game, and one that you actually had to like stand next to your friends and work together. It's like a puzzle game at heart, and then it's got like obviously the horror elements to it.
I was going to say, was it inspired in any way? But what was that, the 80s British show that was, they aired it once and everyone thought it was real?
Night. I just.
Gold-
Night. Ghost Night. Ghost Watch. Ghost Watch.
Ghost Watch.
Yeah.
Ghost Watch. Have you watched Ghost Watch?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Oh my God, I watch Ghost Watch every year. I think it's like the best found footage horror film that's like not really a found footage horror film. But yeah, was that an inspiration at all?
Yeah, I mean, I always watch like ghost hunting stuff as well, like Ghost Adventures and all that kind of thing.
Do you like Zach Baggins?
Yeah. It was,
He's not here, you don't have to pretend.
I watched a lot of it.
Me too. Maybe that's why I like it so much. But the thing I always appreciate about Phasmophobia is, like, you mentioned it was a puzzle game. I like investigation stuff. I've always appreciated for feeling somewhat reserved in its scariness and how it kind of messes with the player. So you get in this zone of like investigation until something happens, and I'm like,
I don't actually play horror games.
that's probably why it's so effective.
So that's why I designed the game so that it was like for everybody. Everyone could play, even people who don't play horror games. That's why it's all just like tension based and not jump scares.
It's kind of like a different experience whether you're playing with friends or by yourself. So like alone, people say it's very scary, and with friends, it's super fun.
Oh, I mean, with friends, I still like
Screaming.
My wife has had to be like, "You need to shut up." Like, you're gonna get a complaint from somebody in the other, and we're playing together.
Yeah.
But moving on, but now like it was just Daniel, but now the team has expanded. So what has it been like for you? When did you come on?
Well, I don't know when after the release actually. Maybe 9 months after release, I want to say.
Yeah, around that. Yeah.
Yeah. So myself and our current art director, we got brought on, and Dan was super busy with pretty much everything. He was growing the business, had this massive community of growing people to manage. He had a lot of help in the Discord, which is great. But yeah, still just like trying to develop the game, fix all the bugs, try and develop new content. It's just so much. So he definitely needed some help with that. So yeah, he brought Corey and I along, and we kind of helped you sort of shape what 1.0 might look like, along coinciding with your vision. And now we're pushing forward. Been there for 3 years and about 9 months-ish now. This time last year, there was still only 5 of us in the team, and now there's about 24 of us. So yeah, it's going great.
Yeah, I mean, Daniel, going back to that time when it exploded and it's still just you, how were you prioritizing your time, like dealing with players, adding stuff to the game, but also bringing in new people, and what was that like?
Yeah, it was pretty difficult at release. I didn't expect any of it. I'd hoped to have sold maybe 1,000 copies or something like that. I think by the end of the first day we were over 10,000, and then it just went crazy from there. I think.
And what are lifetime sales at this point?
We're closing in on 24 million now, I think.
So a little bit more than the 1,000.
Yeah.
A bit more than 1,000, yeah.
You're like, shucks, I was really aiming for that 1,000.
Yeah.
24 million, I'm not interested. This is an important note because the first clip I saw of this game, how I found out about it was somebody playing in VR who had taken a picture of another player, and it had bugged out, and only the eyes had appeared in the picture. And it was, I had no idea what I was watching. I just saw, I was like, what is this game that somebody could actually take a picture of somebody else, and like, what is this? But that being said, like the game that was my introduction, was a bug. And in some ways, I would even say a part of that game's identity for a long time was its bugs, but there was still something there that was enjoyable to play. Do you feel like the bugs were a part of its identity at some point? Do you think it helped you? Are you trying to eliminate everything, to make it a different experience than what it was?
Yeah, I mean, there's some bugs that we prioritize, like the fun ones that we kind of just leave in.
What would you consider a fun one?
A demonstration of bendy back?
Yeah, like the bendy back stuff.
Yeah,
like you said, the camera thing, that's still in the game now.
Yeah, I think it's still. I don't know. I think it's a really weird balance between we see it as it makes it look like a lower quality game with some of these bugs. And then we talk about it, but then we see in the community so many people having such a good time and laughing about it, and sharing it with their friends. Like, oh, this is so funny. And
it's always
it's kind of like we're taking away
character models,
happiness in a way. It's hard to. Yeah, the bendy backs, right? The whole
yeah, I mean, I feel like I've created art with my friends, so now we are able to move those things.
Yeah.
But the main thing I want to make sure is I'm not playing it just because it's those bugs. It's like there's still an experience that happens between those. And I was just curious, for a team your size who's now sold 24 million copies, at what point, it seems like a weird balance, right? Like the game's done okay with the way it is. I just was curious if there's any sort of like deliberate sort of intent behind what you fix and what you don't fix.
Yeah, I mean, we were a small team for a while. It was just me and Ben that were able to fix bugs and get new content out at the same time, because there's so many people playing the game. The expectations are just extremely high.
Yeah.
So we have to balance fixing bugs, doing new content. Now we're a lot bigger team, so we can actually handle all of it.
We're still early access, right? So I think there's a really weird space where I think people have half expectations that you're a live service game. Because there is so much community interaction and community input and feedback, it kind of feels like we're constantly trying to churn out updates and fix things and new stuff for people all the time, and seasonal updates. And yeah, in terms of how we prioritize bugs, I guess we've been reworking quite a lot, whether it's a map or whether it's like, we're gonna, we've announced on our public roadmap that we're doing like a player overhaul, and we're gonna make the characters look way better and customizations and stuff. Like if there's a bug that, like bendy backs, for example, it's a perfect time to kind of go about maybe thinking about removing that. But at the same time, people love that. So, I think we're thinking about sort of memorializing that.
I was going to say Phasmophobia classic,
a little
Phasmophobia.
Nod. Yeah, like a nod to kind of, what that represented at the time.
Well, obviously here at GDC, what have you seen, whether it's a talk or a game, that's kind of exciting you? Because Phasmophobia is such this moment, and it has clearly influenced many, many games. So I wonder what influences you, what inspires you, what you're looking at in the space.
I mean, I love coming to GDC just to sort of meet loads of people.
Yeah, that's fun.
It's a good place. Everyone just comes into one location for a week. It's just great to meet everybody.
And this is our third GDC now. The first year, we didn't tell anyone we were coming. We were just like, what's GDC about? Like, what's this thing?
3 years ago, it was blockchain. That's what GDC was.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, and then we kind of told people the second year. We got invited to more things. We started talking to more people. It's led to stuff like this. It's been really great.
You had mentioned earlier about making sure that you were getting Daniel's vision. Continue. How are you maintaining that while so many other games on either side are kind of entering that space now?
Yeah, I mean, the whole reason why I made Phasmophobia was because I was constantly searching for that type of game, and there was just absolutely nothing. So I just decided to just make it myself.
Is that it?
So so now there's other games coming out that's very similar, and that's basically exactly what I wanted.
Do you get a sense of freedom when you get to play one of those games and not think about developing Phasmophobia?
Yeah, I mean, there's quite a few of those games that we do play. Some of them we just get together a weekend or something and just have fun playing them. I just love the whole aspect of people taking inspiration from us.
It's just expanding the genre and expanding, the players that are coming in, because they might not have an interest in ghosts, but they might have an interest in mummies and vampires or something, right? And then there's crossover with that as well. So we don't really see anything as competition or anything. You can still buy and play 1 or 20 titles in the same genre. So it's just great to kind of be at the forefront and at the initial point of creating that genre, I guess.
Thank you for creating that genre. because
Yeah.
like there's multiple of those games that I play. It's nice to come back to Phasmophobia after like maybe like a few weeks or a month of not playing and seeing like what has changed or what has been added. You had a boombox at one point. Is that boombox still there?
Yeah, still there.
In the main
Where did I
menu,
find
right?
it?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
It might be, we've got like the event leaflet board now for like seasonal events, and you can earn badges for playing
What
maps.
about in the boombox?
The boombox is right under there.
It's
Really?
moved around quite a few times, but
Yeah.
Really?
You can still turn it on and you get the little funky dance.
I know. I was like trying to be
what
like.
he's missing.
I was like, I wanted to do a dance party.
Where's my
and I was
tunes
like,
then?
and I was like, but I did notice at least you added a plaque for when your level reset. So
Yeah.
I appreciate that because I was like, what the hell did they do? How did they do this to me? So it's very nice to have that. Before we sign off though, is there any kind of like last thing you kind of want to say to the community, right? You know, like they've been a huge part of this. You know, is there anything you want to share or anything you want to say right before, you know, like you go off and you continue to develop this game?
yeah, just like we're so appreciative of all of it. I never expected any of this to happen.
1,000 copies.
Yeah.
That's the expectation.
And
Even today, it's still like, it's crazy what's happening, isn't it?
yeah, we have so many people like, on our Discord, and we've got like a pretty popular like, subreddit and all this other social channels, and it's just still quite weird to see. But yeah, I absolutely love it. Like Ben did a talk at GDC, and there was just so many people there. It's like massive queue outside.
But yeah, just having so many like positive members of the community coming in, you know, meeting new people, lots of laughs, lots of smiles, you know, loads of content out there, YouTube videos. It's just great to see people connecting in a different way, and you know, people making friends. We have people message us all the time, don't we, in our Discord, like, oh, I met my partner through Phasmophobia, and that stuff's always lovely, isn't it? Even if it's just one person, it's it's worth it.
Quick, favorite ghost?
Poltergeist.
Onryo.
Wow. You are
No hesitation.
locked and loaded.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much for being here. Seriously, it's been an honor. I'm Curtin Davina.
I'm Lucy James.
These are the Phasmophobia folks. Thank you for watching. Till next time, get spooked. Go on a hunt. Don't poop your pants.